Alright, so unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Springtrap is being added as a killer into the Dead by Daylight universe with the FNAF 1 inspired pizzeria map. And I just wanted to give you all a quick rundown and my thoughts about his power, perks, and overall just the map itself. So, without further action, let's go. Starting off with his power, it's pretty strong when used correctly. It's like a heavier hunter's hatchet. The fact that you also have to remove it in order to be healed or else you'll be left in a broken state is pretty nice. The only problem with the whole broken axe part is it's very situational. Most people will just leave it on during chase and will make you recall it instead of them actually just removing it. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter too much. But I mean, it's cool to have in. It's not really needed, but I mean, it's a power nonetheless. Also, the feature with the axe grab whenever you M1 a survivor, if the axe is still embedded into them, is really nice. Yeah, it adds some incentive into removing the axe as to not be picked up, and your teammate who's probably some random sable hiding in the corner with the flashlight, running background player and bond makes their day a bit easier. Although I don't know why you'd want that personally. But other than that, I think it's a really balanced power. It's not too hard to avoid, but at the same time, impossible to dodge if played correctly. Starting off with Springtrap's first teachable perk, it's called Help Wanted. It allows you to damage a generator, and after you damage the generator that you damaged will become compromised. And when the compromised generator is finished, once they complete it, they get a 25% shorter basic attack cooldown for 40 to 50 to 60 seconds. In my opinion, this is probably his weakest perk, as chances are you won't get too much value out of this in general. I mean, once again, it's a very situational perk. I really don't see a game of DBD where you would get a lot of value out of this due to not only you having to compromise the gen, but also them finishing the exact gen that you compromised. And overall, I mean, out of the four perk slots that you get, I just think it would be a waste to add that into your list. Starting off with his next teachable perk, Phantom Fear. In my opinion, it is the best perk that'll come out of Springtrap's three teachable perks. When a survivor within your terror radius looks at you, they scream and you can see their aura for 2 seconds and has a cooldown for 80 to 70 to 60 seconds. This would help with killers in chase, finding people that hide during chase and pinpointing survivors closer to you on the map. For instance, you have a Nia behind a rock while you're chasing Claudette, and Nia sees you, she screams, and she's camping there, waiting for you to down Claude so you can get a flashbang, flashlight save, or whatever. This would help with that, so you could possibly leave Chase and possibly down the Nia. And I mean, as well, like if you run Lethal Pursuer with it, you'll increase the ore reading time, which will just make this strong perk even stronger. Last but not least, we have Springtrap's final teachable perk. It's called Haywire, where the exit gates with or above 50% progress will begin to regress like a generator at the rate of 40, 45 to 50% of gate opening speed. While these gates are regressing, the gate lights will flicker randomly. While not strong, it's not weak either. This could be useful in clutch situations where the team that you're playing 99's gates, so on and so forth, and would help you build situations and where you target, the one that's opening the gate, so it'll degress and you'll get that better pressure on the gate. The FNAF 1 inspired map is pretty cool with the doors and the cameras. I think it'll make this map memorable and enjoyable compared to other maps that we've received in the past. But I mean, I really do think it'll be enjoyable for both killer and survivor. My biggest complaint is that there's multiple parts on the map where there's a double pallet that we first saw in the unknowns map, and it's kind of been like it's been reused throughout, I think all the maps now, and I don't really care for it because it can make for some really strong loops, and it's just like it's really a big time waster, and it's almost unhittable, like unless until they throw down a pallet in which it kind of falls apart on itself. But I mean, other than that, I mean, the double pallet, it's in my opinion, it should never be added into the game, which makes for some annoying chases. That and there are a few good looping spots on the map that don't really require pallets for strong use. Well, I wouldn't say that they're broken. They are a good time waster, and there's not really much you can do if they're not a ranged killer about the loops. And well, I do believe that other killers will be pretty strong on this map, as well. I think that's just something over time that we'll just have to wait and see how other killers play on the map. I mean, while I'm already reading here, I do see that they took out the 4% chance. Hook yourself. Rest in peace. 4%. You will be missed. And I mean, it's really because survivors, mainly talking to Tables and Megs, they like to quit early. So, I mean, thanks a lot. And you can't miss any more than two skill checks while in struggle state without a penalty. So, if you're used to missing skill checks because you're not that great at the game, might want to grind to get better, or else you'll be in the lobby a lot longer than what you want to be. Also, they added the three crow collision system. Basically, if you're being body blocked by either a killer or a survivor, once you hit three crows, you lose all collision, making it to where the game is no longer held hostage. Thank God. Blood whip spinning also got a million times better, and I can't be thankful enough for it. Here's a clip of it. So they also added gamma settings, but let's be honest, no one is playing on the darkest setting. I mean, just look at it, dude. Like you are not getting anywhere. Also, Mori's got a buff. The buff is meant to stop whenever killers would slug for the 4K Mori, and I'm glad that they added it. It's not too big of a change, but it's just enough. It's more of a quality of life, in my opinion, than like a real change or buff. But I still do think it's pretty nice. Anyway, just keep in mind, anything and everything I say isn't that important in any way, shape, or form. I just thought I'd give the world my unsolicited opinion about the game and the updates. I mean, I really only want what's best for the game, and rather you disagree with me or you actually like the statements that I said, let me know in the comments below. With all that said and done, I'll see all you lovely people later. Bye.